the origin of pickleball. We're so grateful that Joe Pritchard invented this sport because, man, has it changed all of our lives.
I know it, and you can still play on that original court if you go up to Bainbridge Island and check it out. You know, the dog story is a lot more fun. The problem is the dog came along after the sport was invented, so the pickle boat I like a little more, but hey, it's all lore, Cameron. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm going with the dog story here, but big news for this championship Sunday. Allyce Jones is making her debut on Sunday, playing alongside Leigh Jansen in a new partnership. They will face off against Parenteau and Leigh Waters for women's pro doubles finals. Now, give me just a glimpse into this one. We saw Leigh Jansen and Allyce Jones and what they can bring in terms of fire and energy late last night.
Yeah, so they played the upstarts, so Shiro and Ansbury, who had a tremendous run in women's doubles. They beat the top seed, Kovalova and Callie Smith, who won this event last year, so knocked out the defending champions. And Jones and Jansen were switching, meaning they play on one side and then they were just playing it straight up. And I like this team a lot more with Leigh Jansen being aggressive on the left side of the court. And Allyce Jones, if you've never had the pleasure of seeing her play, she's going to dive literally on this court. The opportunity here is that Waters and Parenteau won our Hertz National Championship back in December against Jansen and Jackie Kawamoto, who is a player that plays similarly to Allyce Jones. Defensive, gets a lot of balls back. Leigh Jansen can bring a lot of the things she learned from that because she won the first game with Jackie against these two and then lost in 4. So there is a little bit of strategy that she can bring from that experience.
So there's a look at Allyce Jones now and Leigh Jansen as they are getting warmed up. They will face off against Leigh Waters and Parenteau, who have yet to drop a game here at Desert Ridge. They bring so much skill, regardless of whichever side they're on. Both of them can fire on the right and the left.
They sure can, and that versatility is huge because Leigh loves to sit there. They played last night just impeccably with Leigh just two-handed backhand in the middle of the court. And Parenteau on the left side, that's the way they'll start here. And Leigh Waters hasn't lost a single game in 2023. Not a match, a game in singles, in mixed doubles, or in women's doubles. Can she keep that going? That streak is ridiculous.
A wild streak for Leigh Waters, who already has 1 medal to her name today, and it is a resounding gold in her favor. Allyce Jones, her Sunday debut, you got to imagine just a few nerves on her side. I caught up with her last night after the semifinals and asked her what she likes in terms of playing alongside Leigh Jansen. What's the #1 thing that stands out? She said, our chemistry is unlike any other. We bring a fiery energy, but are constantly laughing. I talked to Leigh Jansen in the same regard. I said, you seem like you're playing very free. And she said, I have 100% found my confidence again in 2023.
Love it. That's such a huge part of doubles, just knowing and believing in your partner and not worrying about it.
Side out. A bit missed time there from Allyce Jones. Far side of your screen in the red is Parenteau, the Canadian. Full chase for Allyce Jones, the former volleyball player and volleyball coach, as well as educator, now turned full-time pickleball pro.
Yeah, and this is a nightmare that now Leigh Waters, who has all the pace, is throwing finesse into her game with a gorgeous topspin lob there to start, and now a drive. So the full Leigh Waters, she has the advantage of having played. I actually think that's to her advantage. She's not coming on this court cold.
I definitely agree with you in that regard, getting some court time on. They came and brought tons of power, especially lots of third shot drives last night in their semifinal. Looking for the shake and bake, but finds the open court is Allyce Jones.
Yeah, and I'm sure Allyce Jones' heart is beating 1,000 miles an hour here. She steps out, more butterflies than a butterfly garden. She'll settle in.
Second serve.
Trying to cover middle with the forehand is Leigh Jansen.
2-2. Side out.
And again, getting the ball down first is Waters and Parenteau.
Yeah, I'd love to see Allyce Jones not take a full hack at that and just reset it, get up to the kitchen and find a better ball. By reset, I mean just drop it into the kitchen, make it unattackable.
Combination for Catherine Parenteau on the left.
Yeah, I'd like to see Leigh Jansen get even more aggressive there and take the ball coming to the left shoulder of her partner with her forehand.
Through the middle, solves the riddle for Catherine Parenteau.
And perfect pace on that. All these late.
The Hyundai Masters was our first stop on the Carvana PPA Tour. Here's a look at where we head next. It's going to be the Carvana Arizona Grand Slam come February 16th. Then you move on through all the way. You go to Minnesota, then to Florida, then to Texas, closing in on Utah as well. The Selkirk Red Rocks Open in April. But this schedule goes all the way through December. More pickleball than ever before.
Yeah, and it's great. It's coming to your corner of the states. And if you want to play, you can play right next to these great players. Play where the pros play. Register today. Have fun.
Second serve now. The tour does go across 14 different states throughout the year, hitting 6 new cities.
Point.
Ball long, so another point for Waters and Parenteau.
5-0-2. Side out.
Just long off of Catherine Parenteau, but that's a dangerous area, the left shoulder right now for Allyce Jones.
Yes, and just ran through that one a little bit, wasn't set.
Talk to me about the court positioning right now for Leigh Waters in the center line.
She loves to have that two-handed backhand there. You can see she's straddling it, and if you are going to isolate the player in front of Catherine Parenteau like they're doing, giving Allyce Jones a lot of balls, come over there and help the battle. Such smart positioning. See where she is right now. And the reverse of that is usually what's done, Cameron. You want a forehand there, but because her two-handed backhand is so lethal, it is a perfect way for these two to play, and it is on fire here in the first game of the final.
They're moving at such a quickened pace, even in between points. Catherine Parenteau and Leigh Waters.
Parenteau plays faster than anybody if it's going well.
It's frenetic.
It is. And sometimes that catches up with the opponent because you feel like, oh, okay, everything's going so fast. Like that's just not a good choice from Jansen on the two-handed backhand speed up.
Lob well managed, and Leigh Jansen starting to get a little more aggressive.
Yeah, they have to, and they can't let them play on 10 feet of court and you play on 20, but that's what's happening right now.
And another. So Jones and Jansen in need of points here as they trail by 7.
Tremendous dig from Jansen there just to keep that alive.
On the board now for the number 4 seed.
Sometimes it just takes that first one, so Allyce Jones is on the board on Sunday now.
Continuing to pepper. The middle is Leigh Waters.
And the interesting dynamic here is Leigh just played mixed where Ben Johns was playing the very role that she is now playing. So to be able to change that and be the aggressive player on your side, that's not easily done, and she just flows into that so easily now.
Yours, mine, ours for Jones and Jansen.
Yeah, Leigh's arms are longer, so she beat Allyce Jones to the ball there.
2-7-2.
You start to see the patterns take shape in some of those fire fights and how these players adjust again, across the kitchen line.
3-7-2.
Yeah, that time you saw they kept Parenteau on the right side. They're going to get out of that here.
One great dig from Allyce Jones, but needed one more.
So if Leigh is going to literally straddle the center line or even come over farther, they have got to keep her honest here on the ground, though. It can't be up in the air. There we go.
And to your point, they do keep her honest. A fantastic dink off of Jones' paddle.
That's what you just can't let somebody get as comfortable as she's been in this match, just pressuring Allyce Jones.
Getting some help, I believe, from the net there.
For sure.
Leigh Waters again, just 16 years old, sits atop the pickleball world.
Yes, just got a Range Rover from our title sponsor, Carvana, out of that awesome vending machine. So look out, South Florida. Leigh is going to be on your streets coming up here real soon.
I asked if we could go for a joyride once the PPA finds itself in Florida. I think we're going to make something happen.
I think underline joy in that.
3-8-2.
3-8-2 now. And that is called creating space.
Side out.
Finds
great
the
job.
line.
Great job by Parenteau of going again to the right side, but I'd love for Allyce Jones just to sit there and let Leigh take that ball on her left.
Second serve.
That's the partner discipline you have to have. Cover the right side, and they'll get there. This is new for them.
When points have come on the side of Jones and Jansen, it's been on that forehand side, not the backhand side of Leigh Waters. Her patrolling the middle just adds that much more pressure. She's lurking at all times.
She is, and if you go in the air, she's going to kill you. You got to go on and get the ball down. Talked about that a lot in the mixed match. Get the ball to bounce.
9-3 now. And again, the exact same play. Leigh Waters is just on fire at the kitchen line.
And this is when you're on odd, so you're switching sides, you're on the run, and she is just hungry.
Leigh Waters came to play. Allyce Jones ready to return right now, trying to figure out exactly how to handle the fourth shot. They're let off the hook with a drop.
Point game.
But they didn't handle that either. So the fourth balls have been a problem, whether they've been blocking them up in the air and just letting Leigh just absolutely crush them.
This is the JW Marriott Desert Ridge Open presented by Foot Solutions. Game 1 is complete in the women's doubles final. Leigh Waters and her partner Catherine Parenteau taking game 1.
I want Leigh Jansen to take that ball, so she just got to be aggressive with it, make it. If it's up, block it deep. If it's down, just keep it in the kitchen. And the fourth ball disaster continues for these two. Just settle down, make an easy volley, and get into the point.
Cameron Irwin alongside Dave Fleming as Leigh Waters just shades middle and finds the forehand. So we talk about the fourth so often. It's going to be the second contact for the returning team. So here's a look at that fourth. You got to be able to get that ball down.
Finally got to the kitchen there, Cameron, and that's what they've got to do. So it's discipline on the returning side. You have the advantage to start the point because the return has to bounce, but you cannot let that advantage go away by missing the next ball you hit. Love it, but what set that up? On the ground behind Anna-Leigh Waters. Get her the heck out of the middle.
Looking for the lob and out of bounds. Tough on that side where Allyce Jones is right now as you work back to the baseline.
Yeah, so they slid Anna-Leigh Waters on the left just for 1 point. She's switching right back here.
Second serve.
And there again is the discipline. Drop that ball, come in when you're in that transition area. We don't really have a no man's land like tennis does where you are out to dry if you are between the service and baselines. Here you can play from that transition area. You just have to have the discipline to reset the ball. Your goal, you can see your goal. The finish line is the kitchen. You just have to get there smartly.
Switch on the side of Allyce Jones. And Jansen. And there's the fist pump for Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, Anna-Leigh Waters with not the best drop shot there, brought her opponents up to the kitchen, and they got there easily and took over once they got the sides figured out.
Allyce Jones takes the first shot. Firefight goes to Jones and Jansen.
Yeah, and a little frustration there on the face of Anna-Leigh Waters as she got tied up there, sitting on the forehand. And guess what? Anna-Leigh Waters has called timeout. They've kept Leigh Jansen on the left side of the court, which is where she should be.
Tough ball, the cross-court, cross-body speed up from Anna-Leigh Waters.
Yeah, so when you rip the two-handed backhand as a volley, it's hard to reset the paddle. You can see it was all the way past her shoulder, couldn't get it back for the next one.
Second serve.
Just on the right side of Anna-Leigh Waters.
3-5-2.
Ball lands on the baseline. They're back to the kitchen. Allyce Jones falls to the ground with a full dive. The point of the tournament.
She is known for the effort she will give. Unbelievable. She had 30 chances to put it away. Parenteau in front of her, then dives and gets the ball off the dribbler right there. The effort for her will never be missed, but she's in the kitchen, so she couldn't hit that ball coming back at her. That's why we love women's doubles right there.
4-5-2.
All time from Allyce Jones. Just getting away from her there. That's the best dive I've seen from Allyce Jones in the past several years.
And there's many to choose from, but that was unbelievable to be able to dive and then keep the ball safe in the kitchen. The other decision that Jones and Jansen have made here when they were receiving on an odd number, they're not switching sides because they got caught with a lot of drives in the first game. That was smart by them.
Second serve.
So they had the 2-point advantage to Jones and Jansen, looking to increase that yet again. Leigh Jansen taking shots from the transition zone.
Yeah, and that's a ball that's going to land on the PPA Carvana logo back there, but Anna-Leigh couldn't get her paddle out of there.
Another 2-point advantage for the 4 seed.
And Allyce Jones is talking to the crowd as well. I love it. She's so much more comfortable here in the second game of this final. It is a great job by Leigh Jansen of coming together with her partner right there to be able to finish all that Allyce Jones flurry. She looks fantastic in game number 2 here.
8-5. The number 4 seed, it wanted to go out swinging. Right now, they have the advantage. 2023 Carvana PPA Tour features the world's largest prize purse in pickleball at $5.5 million. 25 total stops and 6 new markets. If you want to come play alongside these pros, why not? There's 60 touring pros now on the Carvana PPA Tour.
Second serve.
Second serve now, Waters and Parenteau. Still trail by 3. Hip check for Leigh Jansen. Watch out, there's some energy on the side of Waters and Parenteau.
6-8-2.
The forehand and then the middle. Jones and Jansen.
Just such a much more coordinated attack from these two when they have the opportunity in game number 2.
I think it's a miss hit, but regardless, it lands in.
And again, it goes back across Annalie's body, who has been so aggressive with the two-hander in the middle. As you saw, the paddle was there. Not clean, but who cares? It's in.
9-6.
Second serve.
Allyce Jones had a good look at a ball there and couldn't hit it down.
9-6-2.
Not a bad shot there from Allyce Jones in terms of timing, but right now it's 6-9. Waters and Parenteau have not dropped a game. They get the serve back here.
Second serve.
And that time, Annalie's been making every one of those crosses and finishes. Couldn't get that one in the court. Pulled it a little too much with the two-handed backhand. Scoreboard pressure can add to your tension as you hit shots.
Allyce on the left. And one side out. And the second side out. Ball back to Jones and Jansen.
Yeah, and again, not getting caught in the switch. Very smart, little small tactical change that really hurt them in game 1.
Second serve.
You can hear the conversation Leigh Jansen's having with herself, telling her, saying, get to that line, get up to the kitchen so you can be that much more aggressive.
Side out.
And a hold.
Man, they've had 4 swings at forehands with 9 and just haven't been able to get to 10.
6-9-1.
Trying to change the pace is Annalie's Waters. She goes with the rainbow serve. Sometimes it's nice just to change the tempo.
For sure. Give them a different look.
Annalie's Waters lays off that.
I was stunned. I thought a big rocket was coming.
7-9. Annalie's misses the third shot drive. So another look for Jansen and Jones.
9-7-1.
Things are getting a little tight here in game 2. Reminder, we played 3 out of 5 in doubles finals. Allyce Jones with the casual hip check and stare down.
Extended stare down.
They haven't dropped a game yet, but it's game point on the other side. Misdirection. Nice shot from Annalie Waters with a big come on.
7-10-1.
Some help from the net for Leigh Jansen. Annalise still on the left.
7-10-2.
Annalie reaching, and 2 straight balls gets Jones and Jansen another look.
Yeah, she's a little on tilt here, trying to do a little too much there, and another chance to win game 2 right here.
Jones and Jansen take game 2. Waters and Parenteau have dropped 1.
And that is the first game that Annalie Waters has lost in any of the events she's played in 2023. That's a big moment. Jones a little nervous in game 1, looked great with Jansen in game 2, flying, diving, and now winning this second game.
She's making her Sunday debut, and so far she's made it a good one. Allyce Jones and Leigh Jansen with game 2.
Welcome back, everyone. Hannah Johns coming to you from the sidelines. You just saw an electric game 2. The crowd really getting behind Allyce Jones, or Mighty Mouse, as she's known by her fans. And it was really interesting to see how in game 1 they started a little slow, and I think they felt a little nervy. You could see that they weren't really behind their shots. And Annalie came out of a final just before, and so she came out absolutely firing. But they have settled in here in game 2, and an absolute roar from the crowd when they won that game 2. We have a match going on right now, and Annalie and Catherine have just dropped their first game all tournament long. It's exciting out here. Cameron?
The energy is palpable on championship court. Hannah Johns is patrolling, but take a look at these stands. This is the place to be in pickleball. And of course, you can have a shot. Find those tickets, get on tour with us here on the Carvana PPA Tour. 25 total stops. You can play alongside the pros, you can come watch the pros, and you can sit in these fantastic stands and feel this energy for yourself. Cameron Irwin alongside Dave Fleming. Game 3 begins in just a moment. Allyce Jones and Leigh Jansen, we're tied up 1 apiece.
And that's an important start here for Parenteau and Annalie Waters. Just stop this momentum. I mean, Allyce Jones had the whole world behind her in game 2.
You know, it's fun having talked to her after the semifinal. I asked her, what was the message from your family back home? And she said, I just got a text message from my husband. You are my hero, babe, was the message. The direction of Jones and Jansen, and it is also important in terms of storyline to note, Annalie Waters picked up the Hyundai Masters gold alongside Anna Bright. She's kind of trading back and forth between Anna Bright and Catherine Parenteau here to start the 2023 season. Testing out partnerships as she traditionally plays alongside her mother, Leigh Waters, who's, of course, sitting on the bench right now, giving her some nice coaching, who's out with an injury this year.
Yeah, and that's a big issue. This is an audition. Let's not kid ourselves. And Anna Bright last week at the Masters out in Mission Hills was a absolute monster with Leigh Waters. They wrecked everybody. So there's a little extra on the court here. The other little extra on the court here is that Catherine Parenteau and Leigh Jansen were partners for a lot of last year, and now they are facing up against each other. They even won the North Carolina event last year. Now they are battling for a crown.
Jansen not happy with her contact through the transition zone.
Yeah, you know that's absolutely the last place to put the ball, in the middle of the court to Leigh Waters' two-handed backhand.
Tough ball right on the kitchen line.
1-2-1.
Trying to redirect that with her backhand is Allyce Jones. They had several overheads their direction.
Yes. The defense of Waters and Parenteau is outstanding, and they've played a little more under control themselves here in game number 3, excuse me.
Now finding that right side. It looks like they've got a new target. Leigh Waters and Catherine Parenteau with a 1-point advantage.
Very strange choice by Leigh Jansen there. Had a chance to hit an overhead. She's got the sun at her back, so that's not something she's going to miss. And she's challenging the call on that forehand that she hit when she chose not to hit the overhead.
The out call puts us at 4-2-1. After review, the call is overturned. The ball was in. The challenge is won. We will resume play at 3-2-2.
So the ball is in. Call overturned.
So dealing with that can be an issue, because now a call that you've made has been overturned. Can you just throw that away and move on to the next rally? We'll see.
Trying to get Leigh Waters back to the baseline. And it works. There's a lot of court to the right of Leigh and behind Leigh.
Yeah, and again, she comes just flying in here as if there's some sort of time clock on when that point needed to be finished. Just needs to settle down a little bit.
And again, big high five for Jones and Jansen.
Spread them out wide. Make Leigh come over to the side as she overchased a ball that Parenteau had, and then finish in the open court. That's perfect. That's why they won game number 2.
3 apiece now. Allyce Jones serving from the left. Just managing that ball. A smart play from Leigh Jansen on the overhead. She lets bounce.
And guess where all the winners are going? To the right side of Leigh Waters. Just held the two-handed backhand on the finish here, and then put it all left hand. You can let the ball travel.
No, 4.
And we're getting our positioning all squared away here. There's such smart pickleball from Jones and Jansen.
Nice misdirect there from Leigh Waters. And as you look around the court, you think of the number of medals 3 of these individuals have won. Leigh Jansen herself earned 21 medals in 2022. Allyce Jones, 1 to her name on the Carvana PPA Tour. It came with Megan Dazan, and it was a bronze.
That was in North Carolina where Jansen and Parenteau were the winners. So, yeah, she's got 1 Sunday. She's got 1 medal. She's got at least a silver, obviously, in her pocket here, but she doesn't want silver.
And Leigh Jansen wants another medal in her own right with a new partner.
3-4-2.
So Annalie Waters now on the left. And closes with her forehand.
And Annalie Waters talking to the crowd now. Okay.
4-4-2.
Nasty dink off the paddle of Annalie Waters, and it seems as if they're feeling a little bit more comfortable or finding something different with Annalie on the left. Keeps on adding for Annalie Waters. 6-4, a 2-point advantage for the number 2 seed. The switch is working in their favor. More tournaments than ever before, 25 in total in this 2023 season. Take a look at the Carvana PPA's upcoming tour schedule. Now, what's so great about these events is it's not just the pros in action, the amateur level continues to grow and rise in their own way.
Yeah, over 1,100 folks playing here this weekend up here in Desert Ridge. And if you're in Minnesota, if you're in Holly Hill, Florida, which is basically Daytona at that beautiful Pictona, we'll be at a great invited property in Austin. And then I see you, Utah, in those beautiful Red Rocks. Sign up to play. Sign up to come see these players. There's extra events and get some great tickets. Come see them. You can't even believe the speed when you're up close and personal.
7-4 now for Waters and Parenteau. This is the women's doubles final. Annalie Waters already won a gold medal on the day.
So if Annalie Waters is in this sort of hyper-aggressive mode, I like her playing on the left better because it doesn't leave the backside exposed so much that helped Jansen and Jones in game number 2. This is a better formation for her playing that way.
Body bag for Leigh Jansen, and I'm glad that you bring it up because the switch has definitely gone in the direction of Annalie Waters and Catherine Parenteau. We'll see if they work with it here. So yes, Annalie back to the left. A little more protection on that right side. Leigh Jansen taking one heck of a shot at AL.
Yeah, and you're such a good athlete. You go to catch the ball. There's no benefit to that, and that may have cut her hand there. She is so in this just absolute alpha mode. She was sitting heavy forehand in the middle there and got beat backside, and now needs a little repair.
So as she gets cleaned up, one of the interesting parts of pickleball is how much you have to problem solve, right? So the switch takes place on the other side. That changes the patterns and the availability for you in terms of shot selection. So where do you begin to even problem solve when that switch takes place?
So if she is going to keep being so aggressive, it's wherever behind her is. In this case now, it is on the backhand side, and you saw it perfectly there from Leigh Jansen. All right. You're going to come crashing in again, but now it's on your forehand from the left side into the middle. I'm going to go back door on that. So Annalie is going to have to correct a little bit from that because she knows that has happened repeatedly here in games 2 and 3.
If you're just joining us, welcome into the JW Marriott Desert Ridge Open presented by Foot Solutions. This is a fantastic facility. So many courts in action over the last 4 days at the JW Marriott Desert Ridge Resort and Spa here in Phoenix, Arizona. Cameron Irwin alongside Dave Fleming. This is just the second finals in terms of the second championship Sunday here on the Carvana PPA Tour. Leigh Waters currently getting, I believe, a finger cleaned up as she tried to catch one of those balls instead of it in her body. So Leigh Jansen and Allyce Jones right now are tied up 1 apiece to the number 2 team in the tournament, Parenteau and Leigh Waters.
And this is not an insignificant issue because feel is so important on your paddle. Like, you want the skin touching the grip. And now that there's a Band-Aid there, that can just throw you off a little bit for a second on that thumb. Her crazy athleticism was her detriment there. She needed to just let that ball land in.
Leigh back on the right. And Catherine misses on the overhead. We haven't said Catherine's name that often. She's a little bit more in that beta role right now, working as the resetter and the setup. Leigh Jansen is just taking shots right now.
She is. Any ball that she likes, she is blasting it where Leigh has not been, and it's been really effective.
She's playing fearless. Leigh from the left.
And you can see Allyce Jones just not happy with herself. It's this ball right here. No need to swing at that. Just reset it. That's the patience you have to have in the discipline as you make it up to the kitchen. And you know she's on a little bit on tilt here. Don't give her a ball that she can drive.
Point.
8-all now.
You have 2. Timeout receiver.
Wildly frustrating are those moments when you're on the opposing end. So at 8-8, Leigh Waters taking a second timeout alongside Parenteau. You can see the walk here. So they have switched again and again. When are the situations that you're finding the most success for them, and how can they take shape here in game 3?
I think they got to settle down. They were doing just fine when they played a little slower and then work a point and get a ball. I also saw Leigh Waters as she walked over there. She was fussing with her thumb a little bit from that little graze of an injury there. So they need to just say, all right, where are we comfortable, and let's go.
And here's a look at what is to come here on Championship Sunday. It's Johns & Johns versus Wright and Newman in the men's doubles final. Leigh Waters will have one more chance to be back on the court versus her current partner, Parenteau. Then it's Ben Johns and Federico Stackstrud in the men's singles final. A rematch from the Hyundai Masters Championship Sunday.
And if they're going to switch sides, Leigh Jansen ropes a ball right at the feet and gets a mistake.
The idea of the lob wasn't too shabby into that right corner, but Leigh says, I'm covering middle.
Yeah, it's the ball before that where Allyce Jones just really needed to clobber the reply on the half-hit overhead.
Good lead from AL. 9-all.
9-9-1.
Still on the first serve. Who will take the advantage into game 4? And a second miss.
Yes.
And Allyce immediately tosses the paddle down as it's game point for Waters and Parenteau.
And thus, we go to pickleball, and here we are.
Point game.
Another miss from Allyce Jones gives game number 3 to Waters and Parenteau. So they are up by 1 in the total game score. What will happen in game number 4? We'll find out after this. Take a look at one of the most fantastic points we've had. This is the Carvana driving it home moment. This one from Allyce Jones, where she had a full layout, one of the longest rallies we've had in this women's final. Just wait for the full send from Allyce Jones.
She's about to get on the ground.
The firefight was in full force, then they go back to neutral. How remarkable, there it is, the full layout. Just absolutely outstanding play. That, again, is your Carvana driving it home moment here on the Carvana PPA Tour. We're about to get into game number 4. Cameron Irwin alongside Dave Fleming. Just 2 points separation in game 3. What's it going to come down to, Dave?
Discipline, and you can't make errors at a critical time. Unfortunately, Allyce Jones missed a few there at the end, and look at Leigh Jansen come over and just get her back as she misses the return to start here in game number 4.
Side out.
And a side out now for Jones and Jansen.
I love that driving it home moment. My daughter's going to be driving it home from a Carvana vending machine on Tuesday. Love that they're our sponsor. Yeah, let's go.
Leigh from the left finds the angle.
Zero, 1, 10.
Covering the middle there, but what worked so well for Leigh Jansen in game number 3 was any opportunity off the bounce. She's taking shots.
Yeah, but she's got to go ahead and not cross court, and that was the mistake she made there. She was blowing up Leigh when she was in front of her, not cross court.
Catherine finding a little success as well. Waters and Parenteau.
0, 10.
Up by 2.
And that's a ball Allyce Jones has to let get to the forehand of Leigh Jansen on the prior rally. Much more aggressive shot.
0, 2, 1.
And from well into the kitchen, or excuse me, the transition zone.
1, 2, 1.
Leigh Jansen taking a big shot, pays off.
Second serve.
Allyce Jones trying to find a third shot drive.
Yeah, just needs to settle back in here. It's tough when you were up, when you could see, man, we're right there to win game number 3 and really put pressure
1, 2, 10.
on your opponent. You didn't get it. Now buckle up and try and get game 4 here. Use your fundamentals.
And through the legs of Leigh Waters.
Beautiful 5-hole overhead there from the former volleyball star, who we said is more known for digging, but can swing that arm too. That's a nice overhead on the retreat.
2 apiece. Leigh, 2-hand backhand, great placement. It doesn't always have to be power.
No, the mistake here, though, is Allyce Jones, when she sees that ball position, needs to just sit forehand and let Leigh Jansen have the middle.
Laid up for Leigh Jansen.
2, 2, 2.
Both teams fighting here in game number 4. There's the forehand you mentioned. Space was created, but instead she found the space outside the court.
Yeah, this was perfect until that ball was just hit a little too wide.
Finding some success in the middle right now in terms of miscommunication.
Yeah, that's a new team, so they will watch this and learn, but they also need to clean it up now.
I think she heard you sitting more forehand.
I mean, that's what you have to do if the person in front of you's got the ball. Sit there and react. Great job, Allyce Jones, making that in-game correction.
So often you see the ball sprayed out wide and the speed up comes to the middle.
Absolutely. So if that happens, the cross-court players got to be sitting there, and if they're not there, there's nobody in center field. You're going to run for days. Wow, another sort of miscommunication, but they got away with it.
Just inside the line for Allyce Jones.
Do you love me, says Allyce Jones as she holds her hands up. Did not make solid contact on that, but that doesn't matter. It's in.
Second serve.
And Leigh again
Second serve.
doing a nice job here. Look at the angle of that cross-court dink. Nice hold from Leigh Waters. Deception coming to the forefront.
Yeah, and again, Allyce Jones took a step to the left. Leigh Jansen's there. She just needs to maintain her position with the ball in front of her. She would have been able to rally that ball, at least extend the point.
Second serve.
And Leigh Waters just had a small conversation with Parenteau in between those last 2 points, and then took the drive to the forehand side of Allyce Jones. I have a feeling they're going to start looking for her there. And again, there it is, the speed up, off speed to the forehand side and close.
Yeah, so Jones she corrected earlier, but then she hasn't been committed to that, and she's hitting a ball at her hip, not out in front. If she's out in front of that, she'd be squashing it.
Immediately, Leigh takes a look.
And the target zone that they have identified is indeed that spot. Let's see if that continues.
Lob over Catherine. Gets Jansen and Jones off the kitchen line. Great play from Waters and Parenteau.
Yeah, and a big problem for Jones and Jansen has been able to find angles and depth on overheads. They've had so many chances where they haven't been able to put the ball away.
Ooh, Catherine knows she got away with one there.
Yeah, the middle balls haven't been the cleanest here, Cameron, but sometimes serendipity jumps in and they get a mistake from Jansen.
Power off the paddle of Leigh.
And just as I'm talking about it, same problem there, just a little hesitation on who took the middle ball. Got to communicate.
Make it 7-4, still the first serve.
Receiver, 7-4-1.
Yeah, and Jones has to just leave that in the kitchen, concede the kitchen. She's popping it up, and then fire is coming.
Leigh Waters and Parenteau look to secure gold. Right now, they have the advantage in Game 4, just a few points away from a championship. construction.
Just gorgeous. Goes to the lob twice and then doesn't overhit it. Goes for just a wicked angle to finish it. Much more under control now than when she was in Freneticville last game.
8-4 now. Allyce Jones and Leigh Jansen on the opposing side. And mark it up for point number 9, Annalie Waters.
Tough luck off the tape there for Jones and Jansen.
Timeout receiver, 9-4-1.
They're in game 4.
Second serve.
Just missing that extended dink.
9-4-2.
Second serve. So tough. Allyce Jones trying to look to go cross court, but has a defensive ball back up the line. It's now 10-4. Match point for Waters and Parenteau. Big swing there from Leigh Jansen and a side out.
Yeah, much better finish on a high ball, and what better time than match point down. Let's see if they can hold the ball for a while.
She is not hesitating. Leigh Jansen again showing her power.
Yeah, great job fending off a good lob and then going at the body of Parenteau and then coming cross court. Hit it so hard we need a new one, Cameron.
It's always the hard part, right?
And some players, myself included, are very superstitious. If you've just hit a great shot with a ball or won a couple points in a row, you want to keep that same ball going. Not going to be able to do so here.
Earned 2. Got the ball back at 4-10, now 6.
6-10-1.
And that's enough for Catherine Parenteau and Annalie Waters to say, all right, we're slowing things down. They still need 2 side outs to be able to get the ball back. Welcome back to the women's doubles final here on the JW Marriott Desert Ridge Open. Annalie Waters and Catherine Parenteau have put themselves in a very good position here in game 4.
And in women's doubles, especially in this tournament, it has been the year of the lob. They are going up all over the place to push people off the kitchen line. Many have been effective, that one not. Great swat from Allyce Jones there.
Second serve.
And just a little hesitation there for Allyce Jones and Leigh Jansen.
They're going to have a lot to learn on that middle ball here, Cameron.
They get 3 on their first serve. And Annalie Waters wants the ball back. Championship point for Annalie and Catherine. Calling the ball out of bounds, and that is it. Your champions for women's pro doubles, Catherine Parenteau and Annalie Waters in 4 games.
Welcome back, everyone, to Championship Court. We've got our second set of winners here to introduce to you. Annalie Waters, Catherine Parenteau. Ladies, excellent day all around. That team came out absolutely firing. First time for Allyce in a final. What did you expect to see out of that team?
We knew they were going to be steady. I mean, they've been playing awesome yesterday, and we had to make quite a few adjustments today, and we stayed, I mean, mentally tough, and yeah, we just fought very hard, and we're really happy with gold.
Well, Annalie, you've told me many times you prefer to continue playing, stay hot. You went straight into this final from the first final. How did that help you maintain your heat and really come out firing against this team right away?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely helps, especially in mixed doubles because Ben's doing a lot of moving. I'm kind of just sitting there, you know, speeding up, doing some cross-court dinks. So it was good to come in here a little bit warm, and also it's kind of a little advantage because no one else on the court has played a match yet. But I just want to say Leigh and Allyce played amazing. They were coming out here firing. Maybe it wasn't Catherine and my best day, but they played unbelievable, and I can't wait to see what else they have in store for the rest of the year.
Well, one of the coolest things about pickleball is that women's doubles is the favorite division of our audience, and they certainly made you feel that today. How do you like this Arizona crowd? It's a packed house.
Oh, thank you guys. You've been awesome all weekend. This is probably one of the biggest crowd that we've had, I would say, since PPA. So this is amazing. Keep it going.
All right, it's time for the trophy. We're going to bring Brian Scott from Foot Solutions, our presenting sponsor, in here to give you this hardware.
All right. On behalf of Foot Solutions, our CEO, John Prothro, myself, Brian Scott, Senior Vice President, it is my honor to present this trophy for you guys being this year's JW Marriott Desert Ridge Open Women's Doubles Champion. Congratulations, y'all.
Congratulations, ladies. Cameron.
The winners for women's pro doubles, Leigh Waters, and she's currently missing Catherine Parenteau. There she is. It's time to hold up the hardware. Leigh Waters, the second time today.
Just unbelievable. I mean, it's hard to come out there and keep your energy. And you heard her say she did have the advantage we talked about of playing, and they had to get themselves organized. They were in trouble. Jansen and Jones are going to look back on that 9-9 area of game number 3 where there were opportunities. But they're hugging it out now. They're showing a trophy, but guess what? Later, only one of them's going to get to hold it.